Hi guys, you are probably wondering why we have all this stuff here. We are using this stuff to build my fish tank, and I'm really excited to do this. Let's get started.
Where did you?
These big bins are water, and these are deionized water. We will place them in the bin and place salt. And this is the type of salt I chose aqua forest reef salt. That is the type of salt I chose. And what you do is you get the water, you pour it in there. Then you get reef salt, or I recommend aquatic forest reef salt, and you place it in the bin. And after you mix it and do all that, you use a refractometer and you check the water to make sure it is at 1024. And once it's at 1024, you grab your sand and rocks. First, you place your sand in. Second, you place your rocks in. 1 pound per gallon is what they say, is what people say, and what I recommend doing. 1 pound per gallon. So this is 70 gallons. So I would need 70 pounds of rock to place into this tank. So once I place them in, I add the water the salt water I've made, pour it in there, and then first we have to place in the pipings before everything. After we do all that, we place on our lights. I recommend not using your lights for the first couple of weeks. I recommend not using them because if you use them, you can get an algae bloom, which is not good for your tank whenever it's a starter. Wait a few weeks, then you can place on your lights. Don't place them right when we go. Don't place them on. Wait a couple of weeks. Just wait. Just pause it. And you just don't want to slam your lights. You want to keep it ramping up. You just don't want to go, I want that, and it switches automatically. You want to ramp. You want to ramp color slowly changing into the blue light, and after the blue light, slowly changing into a darker light. After you do that, your tank should be set up a few months, maybe 1 or 2 months. You can start placing maybe one coral, see how it goes. If it dies, you might need to wait a couple more weeks. And after maybe 3 months, you might be able to place an anemone. But I recommend it. A couple fish I recommend using as a starter fish is a clown. They are very, very hardy. And for you guys that don't know what hardy means, it's easy for you to keep them. So it's not like tanks, like hippo tanks, where you have to constantly watch them and you have to be very careful. But there, you can just place clownfish in and watch them. You don't have to worry about them as much as other fish. After you place everything in your tank, you place a pump. The pump goes in your salt. And whenever you place it in there, all it does is there's these tubes connect into there. It goes to the back, the tube places it into the sump, and then all this does is it brings the water back up and makes flow, so the fish can get oxygen. But without flow, your fish will die because they need oxygen. And oxygen is, I never knew this, is actually water that moves in the tank. So for me, I would probably get an extra fan instead of 2 because my tank is so big. But what I like to do with my 2 fans up here, I like to make them where it bends down onto the bottom so the bottom gets oxygen for the gobies and pistol shrimps and all that. And I like to place it up on top so oxygen goes on top in the middle. So they could hit and then they go into them. That's what I like to do to keep my fish alive in any spot in the tank. But if you don't see that much waves in your water, it means you need another fan. But it depends how big your tank is. Like if it's 100 gallon, you probably would need 4 fans. That's 3, that's 4. And then after, and whenever you have a 200, you would probably need 5 fans. It depends how big your tank is. But this tank is a 70.3 gallon. So a 70.3 gallon would probably need 3 fans to keep oxygen going in it. And that's what I recommend doing for the fish in that. Another thing I recommend getting after your tank is mostly established, I would get an automatic feeder. I would place one on the tank. Once you do that, all you have to do is make it where it pours as much food as you want. And once it pours as much food as you want, you don't have to worry about it. There's a timer on it, and you click the time whenever you want the fish food to fall down out the little bin. You ready?
Whenever you are.
Okay, I'm ready. So we just got back and we're here. We are getting ready to set the tank up, placing the piping up. After that, like I said, we're going to place all the stands in and
Some of them.
and some of them. But we're going to place all of that. We'll place all.
Not all of it. You can't take all the other stuff out yet.
Well, that's a good point. But we're going to place most of the rock into the tank, and then let's get started. as you saw, we set the tank up. We got everything in, super excited. We're gonna place a clownfish in. The reason why we're placing clownfish in is because they're super hardy. For you guys that don't know what hardy means means they're easy to keep. They're not hard, they're easy. That's why we're placing them. We're going to place her or him in a week. We will have her in. The reason why I like to have these arched in is because the fish have somewhere to hide. I don't like how the fish are out in the open with nowhere to hide. I like how they are able to get a safe spot where they can rest. Another reason why I have one bigger and one smaller is because, look at this, it's low. So that's what that means. Softies, for you guys that don't know what softies are, it's a type of coral that isn't hard. Hard corals go on this side. Softies go on this side. Softies are easier to manage. Because if you have a strong light and a heavy, strong light, you will need hard coral. That's why I have it big and I have more room. I'm going to get more softies, more softies and less hard corals. Softies are cool. And you know why I say don't have too much fish, have more coral? Because coral are pretty. Oh, okay, that's not why. I say because fish aren't cool as much. Some of you guys, that's your opinion. Not yours. That's all I can do about that. That's your opinion. Fish, I think, are not as pretty as coral. That's why I say don't have too much fish, have more coral.
Where did you